They call him the Hand, the douchiest monster in all Kingdom Death. Hey everyone, welcome back. We are going to resist the Hand. I think this is my least favorite monster in the game. So let's introduce you to the party that will depart. Brought out Ike McLeod. He's one of the new bloods here. Gave him rawhide suit. He's holding the Gax. He's got the cat eye circlet and monster grease. So 2 evasion tokens, and I'll explain what this is down here in a minute. But he'll get 2 survival, 3 for the innovations at the settlement, and that'll be Ike, bringing back Amoongus once again. He's also one of the newer guys. He's pretty bare bones. He doesn't really have anything going on, but he'll get 1 survival for the fecal salve and then 3 for the settlement stuff. Hopefully he'll be okay. Toadette, bringing her back. She's got her rock that she loves. I did give her the Flower Knight badge, so we can test that out. Thanks to the Flower Knight badge, the rawhide, and the monster grease, she has 3 evasion tokens, and she will get 2 survival for those and cap out. She's also carrying the knuckle shield. And finally, Palutena is coming back. I figured since she's destined, I may as well keep her handy with us. She has 2 luck tokens, 1 evasion token, and then she'll also cap out as she gets 3 survival from those items and then maxed out. You know what, since I haven't departed yet, she'll max out regardless, because 1, 2, 3, she's at like 3, so she would get 1 and then 1, 2, 3. I'm going to give the Dry Decanthus to him, just so he can get 2 more survival. This is my least favorite fight in the game. And the reason why, the Hand breaks a rule. It's not a rule, but he defies something. How do I word this? I need to clear my throat. That's for first thing I need to do. This guy does a video game, any kind of game. I would say he does a no-no. Now, this is more of a personal gripe, but say hello to the most powerful monster in Kingdom Death, as the Hand is, for all intents and purposes, technically unkillable. He's an immortal character, even if you quote-unquote beat him. He doesn't die or anything. He simply laughs about it, shrugs it off. You can impress him, I guess, by landing what is called the 1 wound on him. It's a pretty neat looking guy, or a girl, monster. It's a neat looking character. He's mostly a gimmick fight, and his inclusion in the game is kind of weird because he basically does what the Armored Stranger Kingsman already did to us. He's going to be he's going to be killing somebody for the most part. Like, no matter what, somebody dies every time you fight this guy. Possibly more than one somebody, because we have to survive him. You have 2 options here. You can try to beat him, which I'm not going to do, because if you do beat him, I won't spoil it for those that want to try and attain glory for beating this guy, but if you do beat him, you get this reward that is quite frankly pathetic. And there's another way to get the reward he gives you that is actually easier, safer, still involves a person dying, and is still not worth it. But enough with the complaining. Let's go over level 1 the Hand. He has 10 basic attacks, no more no less. He has all of his S cards in play. We'll go over those 5 movement, 14 toughness at level 1. You can see his level 3 form has 30 toughness. He starts to bring out his true self there with a +6 damage and +3 speed. Kind of, it's like, what's the point of even trying? So, this is the level 1 hand. Let's go over what he does. First of all, Ghost Step. Has unlimited range. Every time he gets a Ghost Step card, he'll move until he passes through his target. Then he'll stop and turn to face the target. So he like phases through your body. Whoever he passes through suffers 1 brain damage, and they don't get collision for the Ghost Step movement. So he passes through you, freaks you out, you take a damage. If he does end his movement while performing this on top of someone, though, they get collided normally. He has the Applause card. At the start of the showdown, you place this card face down at the bottom of the AI deck. I won't read the rest of this because, you know, this is part of his gimmick, but we'll shuffle the AI deck now and then put this on the bottom. Yeah. So we can enjoy that later. Next thing he has is the Impossible Eyes. The hand can see everything. When the hand suffers a wound, you place a token on Impossible Eyes instead of moving a card to the wound stack. At level 1, if you manage to give him 12 tokens, you will flip this card and then read Respect. I won't spoil what Respect is, but that's the one way to beat him. The other way to beat him is to get to Applause. Something is moving and making noise. It's gotta be one of these things, right? No? Wonder if you guys can hear that. Sounds like it's up here. Shouldn't be anything up here. Could be these. It's so weird. I don't know what's making that noise. I'll put all this stuff back and we'll see if we can process of elimination what is having a bad time here. I would think it's this stuff. No, it's not this stuff. Doesn't sound like it's over here. Like that dice is moving because it's on the card. I'll explain that later. Something over here is freaking out. Hello? Okay, one of those is freaking out. So, if I can reset this, because that was weird as hell. I think it was every 3 years I had these things. I don't remember where they were. I'll have to reference my video and fix them accordingly. I think it was every 3 years. I was going to do a bonus Nemesis fight. I'll just move this one in. Okay, now that that's done distracting me. Whew. So this is one way to beat him. The other way to beat him, quote unquote beat, it's more like survive, outlast, is to let him draw the last card, Applause. So you have to survive an entire round of his deck. This guy is basically just here to bully you. He's so almighty and powerful and blah, blah, blah that we just have to survive. And I'm going to choose to survive him because it should be easier to do this than to cause 12 wounds with his ridiculous hit location deck that he has. I hear that. I hear that. These things are like having a really bad time. I wonder why. I didn't do anything to no, not them. I don't know. That does bother me though. Just hearing the tapping. I thought it stopped for a minute. What is that? Oh, what is that? Hello. The hell is this thing? Why is there 4 existing? The fuck? Tabletop simulator, are you okay? Now the sound should be gone. Alright. Anyway, the last thing about this guy is he has auras. He has a red lens that is currently closed. If a survivor with a red aura wounds him, you flip the red lens to open. If a survivor with a white aura wounds him, you can select any closed lens and flip them open. Only flip 1 lens card this way per wound. So very quickly you can open all 3 of these, and when these things are opened, basically the hand will gain the benefits of the lens being open to whatever his attack is and whatever his hit location is. Also, while the lens is open, attack rolls from survivors with that same aura only hit on a perfect hit. So you can see that after you get like 3 initial wounds, it becomes really fucking hard to perfect hit this guy. Especially since perfect hits are always on a net 10. You basically need to keep getting these closed if you really want to hit them 12 times and initiate respect. I don't know if it's even possible to do that against the level 3 version, but whatever. Okay, so we're here, we're on the board. Let's set up this showdown. The last thing to discuss, all of our survivors have polarized aura status. So, to summarize what this card says, however many affinities you have, so Ike here has 1 blue, 1 red affinity completed. He has a blue and a red aura. At most, you can only have 2 auras. Amoongus here has no affinities. He has a white aura. If all your affinities are the same, you have a white aura. And a white aura, you can basically open any eye. And a white aura is the best way to fight this guy. If you want to go for respect, get 4 white aura characters, because white aura is never affected, even when these are open. White aura, if all 3 were open, white aura is not affected. With the perfect hit only rule. So keep that in mind if you wish to achieve respect. We have a blue and a red aura for Toadette, and we have a blue aura for Palutena. Now I'm going for Applause, which means I have to survive 10 attacks. So let's get the showdown board set up. There's a giant stone face terrain card placed right in the middle, and he's standing on top of it. So let's get that out first. We're also going to need 3 stone pillars. Giant stone face. And then there's a random terrain card set up normally. So no big deal with the terrain. There's an ore vein somewhere. So we'll let these load. Take out the ore vein. Take out the giant stone face. Rotate it. And the pillars. Stone columns. Okay. So the face is here all the time. He's on top of the face. And the ore vein is at least 6 spaces from all terrain, so I can probably get away with putting it next to me. Then the stone columns, I don't think there's a special rule. Yeah, set up normally. We are defending our home from this guy, as most Nemesis battles tend to be, so... Set up 4 spaces from all other terrain. I don't want to deal with these things in all honesty, so I'm just going to put them on the sides. Put one there, put one here. They do block line of sight, but I don't think it's worth it, because we're going to spend this whole entire fight manipulating his AI deck and preparing to get the best person to tank the hits. Okay, so we start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's fine. And we go first. So let's introduce ourselves. There was once an entity that knew everything, but never spoke. For every secret that escaped, it became weaker, and its enemies stronger. I like his backstory. I like the overall concept of the hand, but I don't like how gimmicky this fight is. And when it comes to an immortal character, just like when you do impossible boss fights in video games, to me, it's a huge waste of time. That's all this is. It's a huge waste of time. Some people might like the challenge. It's just not for me. But let's get this challenge started. We go first. I will have Amoongus. 1, 2... Well, actually, before we even move Amoongus, we'll have Ike go first. Ike will look at the top 2 AI cards. Oh, and I recommend not bringing a irreplaceable gear here. Unless you plan on beating him, you don't want to potentially lose your stuff. So he's going to do the Liver Blow. Survivor with most green affinities. That would be our white... white survivor has 0, so that's a tie. That would be nobody. So closest threat. He'll perform Ghost Step, then attack the target. And you can see the ridiculous amount of damage he does. So for this, we want our highest dodge character to take it. Bullet Jab, survivor with the most blue affinities, closest threat. You never want him to have no target. The penalty is not a good idea. Penalty kills. We'll look at it. If you ever get the penalty, the hand points at a random survivor. They must roll on the table below. You get a 1, you die. You get a 2 or higher, your ribs suddenly twist inward to puncture your heart. If you have no survival left, you die. Otherwise, you lose all of it and suffer broken ribs, severe body injury. We need our survival to dodge his attacks, so always give him a target. You have to play by this guy's rules. I think another reason why I hate this fight so much is because it makes you, as survivors and the player, you basically listen to me. I am your king. You are my slaves. You do as I say. Even if you're going for this, even if you want to do Impossible Eyes, which is possible to do, I still think it's not worth it. But even doing that, you are still his slave. You will obey what he says. You'll see what I mean by that with some of his attacks. So both of these two, these are 2 of the kind of the same thing, although you can see his speed and damages are switched. We'll just do Liver Blow first. So Liver Blow is going to be happening. And that was Ike. 1, 2, 3. We'll just put Ike there. Now, our character with the most evasion is Toadette. Oh, I forgot to do this. So at the start of the showdown, we get a tactics card. And we have this effect for the rest of the fight. So block formation. While the survivors are standing in this formation, they each ignore the first hit from a monster attack. That's okay, but he's going to be doing his phasing thing a lot. That you can eliminate his phasing thing if you crit a certain hit location. Maybe I'll think about doing that. I don't know. I don't really want to open his eyes. So block formation's okay if everyone's willing to suffer 1 brain damage. Because he's going to be phasing through. Block formation's actually pretty good. You know what? Since I got block formation, we'll test it. We'll put Ike there. Toadette will go second. She will 1, 2, 3 move here, and she will block with her shield. We'll have Palutena go next. 1, 2, 3, 4. She'll dig for the ore. We get a 10. So 10. Find a great haul. Gain 2. Oh no, that's 13 plus. 4 to 12. Find something shiny. Gain 1 iron strange resource. I believe we have it up here. So I doubt I'm gonna like empty the strange resource deck. So I'll just take out the 1 iron. If I see like gain a random strange resource, then I'll take 1 out of here at that time. But I don't think we're going to be getting a random strange resource. And I do archive the terrain. Yeah. So, got an iron. That's cool, I guess. And we'll chill with her. Toadette, not Toadette, Amoongus, on the other hand, will get into the block formation. You know what? Instead of being an idiot, every character would have moved 1 more up because I don't want him to knock us away when he does what he's going to do. Oh, he's going to knock us away regardless. So the block formation doesn't actually work. This is actually not a good formation against him. Because he's going to step through her and end up here. The block formation would work if he stepped, like if he was over here and was targeting her and then stepped through her this way. But for this turn I can't do it. So we'll just have him move 1, 2, 3, 4 over there. He's going to fecal salve. And then it will be Mr. The Hand's turn. So, liver blow. Most screen affinities, nobody, closest threat. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I could have avoided this. Now, if he had his eyes open, you see the red one would have gave him 3 more speed, 3 more damage. The 5 one would give you 5 insanity. The 5 one, the blue one. The green one, you would lose all your survival. So you only make the fight harder for yourself by hitting him. Alright, 2 dice. Hits on 2 ups. Which for her is... She has 3 evasion? Yeah, she has 3 evasion. So 5s. He gets 1 hit. We are blocking, so we will block his liver blow to the head. Thank God. So, survived 1 attack. And if you want the most efficient strategy, in my opinion, just get 4 shields on everybody and chill. That's why this is a pretty boring fight. This guy should be redesigned to be a lot more interesting. This is just a... It's not for me. It's not for me. It demeans the player, the players, demeans all of you. And I mean, it's cool. That's his personality. Alright, I can dig that. I can dig it. But he's invincible. I hate when they make invincible characters. Nobody's invincible, in my opinion. Nothing ever is completely inescapable from death. Especially in a game where they say that a Lantern 10 is your lucky, oh, somehow you critically hit. Whatever. Anyway, it's our turn. Toadette will block. You know what I could do is have her surge and block again. And then she'll have 2 blocks active. But before Toadette goes, we'll have Ike. Ike should always go first. Oh, right, and he was supposed to phase through her. So what he actually did was that. I forgot the ghost step. And then attack the target. So he did that. He ghost stepped her. She took a brain damage from the ghost step. Okay. So now we'll look at his AI deck. So he's doing the bullet jabs and line up. And this is what I'm talking about. You are his little bitch. There's this thing called the right spot on a lot of these cards, and you need to be standing in the right spot. Otherwise, he will perform the penalty. So you need to listen to him and just take it like a man. Because he's testing if you guys can handle a little abuse. And I don't know, that rubs me the wrong way. I mean, this is cool. I'm okay with something like this. Like, alright, you better listen to me or you're gonna suffer. But he should be beatable, in my opinion. Anyway, when this card is drawn face down, the monster casually opens his arms. Then, when it's drawn face up, target and attack all survivors in the right spot. So he'll like bitch slap all of you. If he does not attack everybody, perform the penalty. Unfortunately, I can't benefit from the block thing like this, but we'll do that one later. Let's deal with bullet jabs for now. So the most blue affinities, he's tied at 1. He's tied at 1. She has 2 blue affinities. So Palutena will be the target. So he'll phase this way and hit Palutena. Alright. And then he will perform his ghost step. And attack Palutena with 5 dice. Alright, what can we do? Since she's blue, she doesn't really have dodge. He'll attack her even if she's not a threat. She has 1 evasion, that's it. She's so gonna die. You know what? I could keep pushing this one back. I wish I had more shields, basically. I wish I had more shields. A better tactic would have been nice. This one was fine, except not against the hand. It's a good tactic, but not against the hand. I guess I could try to crit wound something, but I'd be opening an eye, so I'm not going to bother. Alright, so we'll leave bullet jabs in front. 5 dice that hit on 3s. 2 damage apiece. Could be okay. She might just get knocked down a bunch. We shall see. She might die. I didn't mean to shuffle them. There we go. There we go. Alright. He'll phase through her this way. So, we'll just end our turn. I mean, Toadette would block regardless. I don't need to use the circlet. He'll just fecal salve because why not? And Ike was the one scrying the deck. So, she could, fecal salve, I guess, for the hell of it. Alright, bullet jabs. So most blue affinities. Teleports over here through her, takes a mental damage, and gets attacked with 5 dice. That hits on 3s. Too bad there's no grass. If you can get grass terrain in this fight, that would be great. He actually missed 1. Okay, that is a 6. I thought that was cracked. So 4 hits. Her body, her foot, her hand, her foot. We will dodge one of the foots. Body, hand, foot. She is knocked down, but she's alive. That's all I could ask for. Hopefully he doesn't have another attack that goes after the most blue affinity person. I don't think he does. I think the last one we need to see is most red affinity person, and then the rest of his attacks are going to be telling us to like get in order. So it's our turn. We'll scry the AI deck with Ike. So he's got the lineup coming. Soft chuckle. The noise fills the survivors with an unprecedented dread. All non-death survivors lose 1 survival and roll 1d10. Add each survivor's courage to their result rolled. On a 15 plus, the survivor is knocked down in fear. Otherwise, they suffer 5 brain damage, gain a -1 accuracy token from their shaking limbs, and full move directly away from the monster. The monster stretches its limbs, football lenses to close. Alright, well, we don't want that, so we'll just deal with the lineup. Okay, yeah, because that's not a bad card, and it gives us a turn to chill. So, oh shit, he's facing the bad direction, though, for a lineup. Alright, we can all fit. We can all fit. So we'll have Toadette come here, she'll block. Amingus will go here, he'll fecal salve or whatever. Monster's turn. He will casually open his arms, saying, hey, in front of me now. So it's our turn. This goes back on top of the deck as it is a duration card. Palutena gets up. Toadette will block. Palutena will hopefully survive. What else can people do? Can't really do anything. Yeah, we chill. Monster's turn. He does line up 2 damage, 2 plus accuracy, well 6 damage, 2 dice is what I meant, 2 speed, 2 plus accuracy, no beneficial effects, and he is hitting every single person. So we'll do it one at a time from bottom to top. So Toadette first. She has the best chance of dodging here. Get a 5. I guess that's an 8. That was kind of a crack, but we'll accept it. So the 5 I think hits, because it's 3, 4, 5, 3 evasion. So 2 hits onto our best dodger. Not dodging. Her head and her body. We will dodge. Oh, that's fine. We'll dodge the head, and she was blocking, so we block the body. Now for Palutena, who will have a harder time surviving. Get a 7 and a 2, 2 hits. Her body and her body. So we'll dodge the body, and then her body rolls on a severe injury chart as we take 6 damage to it. Oh wait, hold on. Instead of a black die, let me use her die. Also, I want to move this. So I would like to avoid collisions determining the dice roll result. That's a crack. I'm not taking a half-turn dice. There we go. Alright, she got a 2 regardless, so Palutena is slapped senseless and is now dead. I'm pretty sure 2 is dead on body. Yep, 1 to 2. Instant death. Bone fragment goes to Palutena's heart, and she will die. So, Palutena's dead. They don't move over. We'll move on to the next character, Ike. And Palutena's not the only one who's going to die here. 2 hits onto Ike. Yeah, I wish I had more shields for this fight. Get the body and the foot. We will dodge the body. This is Ike. I will roll for the rawhide to get that back. That lagged. Got that one back though. And then we will take 6 damage to the foot, knocking us down and giving us a severe injury. See, isn't this fight fun? Fun and exciting gameplay right here. Yeah, this fight's... I might be a Debbie Downer, but to me this fight is boring as fuck. 9. Bloody thighs. Get 2 bleeding tokens. Okay. Two bleed tokens for Ike. And finally, Among Us. Actually misses 1 attack, so Among Us will just dodge whatever is rolled, and we'll call that the end of the lineup. So our turn. Palutena is no more. Ike doesn't get back up. So we'll scry the AI deck with... if I do that with Toadette, I have to burn a survival. What was the next attack? He was going to scream at us. I do want to push that back constantly. Tell you what. We'll encourage Ike to stand. Do we get that back? Okay, so that was worth... She'll block. Ike will... You know what? She'll block and 1, 2, 3, 4 move here. Ike will go. We'll look at the AI deck. I kind of want to make the soft chuckle last just because of the brain damage it does. Full powered flick. When this is drawn face down, the monster proudly raises a single finger. So he's supposed to be like a Super Saiyan or something. Just cocky and OP. I'm gonna get a drink of my hot chocolate real quick. Target the survivor with the most armor points. That should be her. Because he lost some, yeah. So, target will be doomed. It's 2 speed. We get the block, so that's okay. We're doomed. We won't be able to dodge. Oh, man. Okay, so for this flick, during knockback, instead of stopping a survivor's movement at a board edge, the survivor goes flying off into the darkness, never to be heard from again. Dead. Is there any way I can set this up so when he phases through me, he will flick me into... Yeah, I can set this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just have to go here, because he'll move until he phases through me. He'll move diagonally, phase through me, and then flick me into the stone face, which will save my life. So we'll put this here. And delay the yell. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll start getting ready for that. Amoongus. 1, 2, 3. Well, I don't even there. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll come here. He'll slather himself up so that he is not a threat. Monster's turn. He's going to proudly raise a single finger. Our turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will block. No, I don't want them to get hit by the thing, so we'll move Amoongus over and pretty much end our turn. So, full powered flick. Drawn face up. Most armor points is going to be to that. Oh, it doesn't have knockback 19. Right, because the red eye isn't open, so I didn't have to move like I did, but whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going until you... Oh, he would ghost this way. Boy, am I lucky. I need to move her over one more. So the red eye is not open. No knockback. Thank God for that. He gets a 4, that misses. He gets an 8, that'll get blocked. So we block his finger with the shield. He just goes like ka-dunk. And that'll be the end of that card. I definitely fucked up my positioning though. Alright, Ike, Scry. Chuckle at us. Thunderbolt right. Survivor with the most red affinities. So that's a tie between Toadette and the other guy, Ike, which means he will do the closest threat. 2 speed, 7 damage, 4+ to hit. So closest threat will be Toadette. We'll just leave Toadette there. We'll put this card on top. Toadette will block. His turn. So the other two would do nothing. They'll just chill. So Thunderbolt right. Throwing a right hook at Toadette. Oh, he would two things I forgot to do. First of all, Toadette took 1 brain damage for last turn's phasing, and then she'll take 1 for this turn's phasing. So she's lightly injured in the brain. He missed both of his attacks. So this will fizzle. We will Ike, Scry. Almost done. Liver blow again. Survivor of most green affinities. That's nobody, so it will be closest survivor. Of course, we will make that Toadette. 1, 2. Ike is going first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because he scried. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll just move over here. Alright, block for Toadette. Monster's turn. Liver blow number 2. Phase step. Or ghost step. So severe brain trauma for Toadette. She gets an 8. Hopefully this doesn't change what I'm doing too hard. Lunacy, random disorder, 1d5 insanity. So that's not so bad. Yeah, if you have a bunch of shields, it'd be easier to survive this fight, but unfortunately I only have the 1 because I can't make fucking leather shields for shit. I can't make any shields for shit. We lost Palutena for no damn reason. Her destiny ended with her at the hand. I really hate this fight. It's so boring. Tiny arachnophobia. Alright. Can't have amber gear or silk resources. Alright, that was the phase through. He missed. Okay. So we're done here. I think I rolled for that attack, or was that the last attack? So I might be getting ahead of myself at the moment. I think I rolled for that attack. Anyway, Ike, Scry, take your best shot. When this is drawn face down, the monster turns to face away from the most possible survivors. Then it moves one space forward and crosses its arms. While this is in play, the monster gains -10 evasion. If a trap card is revealed for any reason, place the monster behind the revealer. The revealer suffers the following, depending on what eyes are open. When this is drawn face up, draw a eye. So basically, he gives you a chance to hurt him here, because, you know, he's a cocky asshole. Which I like that about him. Like I said, I like his personality. We'll block and end our turn. So, take your best shot. Turn away from us. One step forward. He's like, come get me, pussies. -10 evasion. You can't possibly miss him except on a 1. And then he just chills and gives you an opportunity to wound him if you're going for impossible eyes, which I think is a waste of time. That goes back on the deck. It's in effect as long as it's face up. Nothing happens. He gets his AI card when this is drawn face up, so I can't dodge the scream. We'll block with Toadette and chill with everybody else, so this gets drawn, whatever. And then the soft chuckle. Now he's laughing at us. We all lose 1 survival. I'm so bad with my R's. 1, 1, 1. And then we all roll 1d10 and add our courage. Alright, so 1, 6, and 5. We would be knocked down if we surpassed the 15. None of us have that much courage, so 6 is the highest. He has no courage, no courage, no courage. So everyone's taking like 5 brain damage. Gain a -1 accuracy token from our shaking limbs and full move directly away from the monster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He laughed at us and we got scared. Oh no. Oh no, we're so afraid of you. I'll just leave the tokens on top. We're not attacking ever, so just leave them there. Right, 5 brain damage. That's a severe injury for you, not for you, and a severe injury for you. So we'll do Ike first. He gets an 11. Maniacal laughter. You're knocked down. Gain a +1 speed token, the priority target token, and 1d5 insanity. Well, the fact that he's priority target is not good. And as for the +1 speed token, like I said, we're not attacking. I'll just put it here. Whatever. You do get 5 insanity, though. Okay, and for Toadette, she gets a 7. That'll be lunacy again, so another random disorder and some more insanity. Gets an 8. That'll be 4 insanity. And Toadette is now delicious. Predators of all shapes and sizes find your scent irresistible. You are still considered a threat when you are knocked down, unless you use an effect that says otherwise. Like if you slathered yourself in fecal salve the turn before and then get knocked down by the monster passing over you and he gets like a second attack or some shit. Okay. I don't want to cheer with a Mungus or encourage because he falls down. Also, he should have dash. Everyone should have dash. So, Toadette will go first. She will surge. Let's see if I get that back. Yeah, I'm gonna surge. Wait, I don't have to surge. We're gonna encourage. Encourage. We do get that back. So I won't subtract it. Get Ike up. And then she's gonna 1, 2, 3 block. Ike will go. Let's look at the top 2 AI cards. 2 attacks left to survive. And then technically 3. Thunderbolt right one more time. Most red affinities would be nobody. Closest threat will be her. So we're ready for that. Rude Slap is the next one. So we'll just do the Rude Slap last. We're almost done with the shenanigans. Although one more person is at least going to die. Hopefully only one more. So, 1, 2... Does Ike have fecal salve? No. Closest survivor. He is the priority, but he's not the closest. So I don't think the priority target token would apply. Let me try to verify. I think it would apply if it said like... No, if it says in range, it would definitely apply. P. Priority target. Whoops, I don't know what happened to the camera there. Captured the monster's attention. Only one survivor may have the priority target token at a time. Whenever a monster picks a target, the survivor with the priority target token will always be the target of an AI target. Okay. Oh, it was removed at the end of the monster's next turn. When did I get this priority target? I just got it. Shit. I just got it from the chuckle, which means he's gonna get hit. We'll move him over here just so this guy doesn't have to face step through her at the same time. And I guess Ike will have to man up and take a hit. Oh, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to do that. So when do we lose this? The end of the next monster turn? You know, usually, I think up until this point, I haven't paid attention to that last part. I actually didn't know that was a way to lose it. So, when I scried his AI deck, I actually want him to do his slap thing instead. So, it'll be his turn. He'll do his rude slap. Right now the hand is pointing at the ground, although he is facing the other way, but I guess I have no choice. So right here, it's pointing over there. And yeah, that's it. Oh wait, this goes back face up. So the priority target token will be gone. Toadette will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 block and then dash. Let's see if I get my dash back. We do get it back with the 7. So Toadette will get bitch slapped over here. No one else has to move or do anything. So monster's turn. 2 speed, 2 plus accuracy, ridiculous amounts of damage. I got a 1 and a 7, so the 7 gets blocked. Block his slap. And then our turn, Toadette will block. They'll just stand there. He'll do Thunderbolt right. Survivor with most red affinities. Closest threat would be her, because we are tied for most red. And then, yeah, we'll end our turn, his turn. I wasn't scrying, so it's just his turn regardless. 2 dice, right? Hits on a 4 up. So 5, 6, 7 hits on 7s. So he misses, he misses. This goes into the graveyard. So Toadette will block. I don't think it matters. We'll Fecal Salve with Amoonguss. He'll just say, oh no, Palutena died. Why? Oh, cruel world. This fight sucks. Monster's turn. He will applause. The survivors fall to their knees in agony, their bones suddenly twisting and changing. For each survivor, cure all broken injuries and roll 1d10. Then end the showdown. The survivors are victorious. What the card means to say is the hand is amused and will spare the rest of them. Well, unless you roll a 1 right here, right now. Also, I could have brought Link into this fight to get his arm cured, but whatever. No, I couldn't. Link had to skip the next fight. So we lost Palutena. We're going to lose somebody else after this. Hopefully we get no 1s here. Get a 6, a 4, and a 6. So the 2 6s. 4 to 8. Gain 1 permanent strength. So all 3 of them gain a permanent strength. Whoop-de-doo. The cost of that is Palutena and another survivor. Alright. Yeah. I do apologize for being all bitchy. I really don't like this fight. This is, not cool. Like I said, I won't spoil respect if you guys are interested in earning the hand's respect. But we will move on. So we are victorious. The hand is giving us applause. We do get a Hunt XP. You would get weapon proficiency if you bothered. Feel free to bother. You know, it is possible to beat him. It's just, I don't think it's worth it. So Toadette and Amoonguss hit age. We'll do their age immediately before I read the quote-unquote rewards. Milestones. Age. This hand guy rubs me the wrong way. Alright, yeah, we can get a weapon proficiency. We're gonna need a new... He's already spear. Oh, right. Didn't cause a wound, though. We're gonna need another grand weapon user, so I may as well make Toadette the grand weapon user. Try to get that going. And what is this? 2d10? 2d10. So, Amoonguss. Toadette. So Amoonguss gets a 19. That is a lot. 1 permanent accuracy. Not bad. Toadette gets 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that's like a fighting art. Yeah, 1 random fighting art. Toadette is purpose, or has purpose. Your comrades make you strong enough to exceed the limits of death itself. During the showdown, if you would gain a lethal number of bleeding tokens while there are any other standing survivors, roll 1d10. On a 6+, you live but are knocked down. You will not bleed to death until you gain another bleeding token. That's kind of cool. Kinda cool. Okay. So, back to the hand. The dumbest Nemesis. Again, I like his personality. I like his cockiness. I'm fine with the fact he's powerful, but the fact that he's like an uber god, this man is stronger than the Watcher. Because you can kill the Watcher. You cannot kill the hand. Anyway. The hand hesitates before leaving. Roll 1d10 and consult the table below. the group gains any listed resources or gears. He's thinking. He applauds. Now he's saying, before I go, I'm going to reroll that. I don't want this to hit anything. Let me, in fact, just move you, put you away. You, and you, and you, and you. That was Toadette, not Ike. You. Okay. No interruptions. Just a dice roll. 2. 1 to 4. The hand vanishes, and the group finds 1 broken lantern basic resource and 1 skull basic resource. Suffer -1 population. So he kills someone on his way out, leaves his skull. 5 to 8, he would have been a sore loser. Punted a broken lantern, and then a random survivor would suffer a severe head injury. So 5 to 8 is the only way to get out of this without losing somebody. 9 or 10, he would bow graciously give you a package wrapped in a leather with a skull of someone he killed and 5 random resources. If you happen to have sword mastery, by surviving a level 3 hand, you get the Swordsman's Promise Secret Fighting Art on a result of 6+. Every single person gets to make that roll. Every person who went out to fight. No, every single person, every survivor. The Swordsman's Promise is the secret reward you can possibly get if you survive respect. I say if you survive respect. So there's an alternate way to get the same reward, and it's a lot less risky if you just obey the hand. And this fight's so dumb. Okay, so somebody died. We get a skull and a broken lantern. We did get an iron added to the storage. So we get a spare broken lantern. I'll just copy pasta this. And then we get a skull. I'll just copy pasta this. Someone gets an insanity. We'll just give it to Amungus. And then someone dies. So I'd rather not lose a female. We just lost a female. So Donkey Kong, Monkey, Captain Falcon, or Roy. Roy, he's not too fancy. If I remember. Yeah, he's got a dismembered leg. Is that all you have is a dismembered leg? Okay. Roy is dead. So Roy dies. I'll bring this here. Palutena died first. And before I end this episode, I will go through, I'll update the death timer and we'll go through the rest of our settlement phase at the very least. So Palutena Light, how did she die? She had her body, let's see, engaging in a pointless battle with the hand. Palutena had her body utterly crushed and her heart stabbed with the shards of her shattered bones, killing her instantly. So yeah, Palutena, that's a shame. I wish your destiny was grander than that, but what are you gonna do? So, yeah. Oh! This happens. Add a worm virus to the timeline next year. Palutena is the guest. So I will, this is cursed. That means it gets archived. We'll put this back into the rare gear pile. A worm virus, year 12. Let me Let me move this over because he happens after principal conviction. A worm virus. Palutena is the guest. That'll make sense when we do it. That'll make sense when we do it. So Palutena can go into here. Anything else? No. This card goes back. And that all stays. And then the last one is Roy Toadstool. Roy Toadstool. Let's see. After the hand decided to leave the village, he offered Roy's skull as a reward to the remaining survivors. It is not known how Roy actually died, but his skull was cleaned as though it was polished. Here, his skull was as if polished. How would I say this? I want to like bring up the hand's personality. So polished with the utmost care and consideration. Rest in peace, Roy. Didn't stand a chance. So Palutena died first. Rory died next. Add their deaths here. So we have that's our 10th. We have 10 deaths. 10 deaths in this campaign so far. Our population... Why is my population not appearing here? When I reload my game, it will drop by 2. If I recall correctly, we're at like 12, so I think we're down to 10 population. I'll update this the next time I load the game. It should load in properly. Or the number that I deleted, was that the settlement population just not loading correctly? Oh, that must have been what got stuck. Okay, then I basically just need to copy paste. I need 2 more numbers here. I will check my last video, but I think our population is now at 10. I will update this in, like, once I'm done here. I will update this. We are now up to the hand 2 the next time we face them, which is, oh, yeah, we fight the hand, year 13. Right. That'll be fun. So we get to do this again and hopefully have more shields by then. The next thing to do... I'll clean him up later. We're back to our settlement phase finally. So first of all, we have the sense memory occurring and the Gorm climate is occurring. So we'll do Gorm climate first. We get a 4. Thank God it's not a 3. So that is the Song of the Brave icon. That's got to be a misprint. That's the Song of the Brave icon. But yeah, we have Hovel. So we get +2 to Endeavor results at home innovations this year. Probably not doing any of that. The next thing that happens, Gorm climate goes to next year. three things, like so many things happening. Sense memory. So, rushing into the settlement, this was after the Flower Knight fight. But rushing into the settlement, the returning survivors desperately attempt to convey to the others the powerful memories that dwelt in the very air of the glade. Even as they pass the settlement's threshold, the memories fade and the delicate blooms clutched in their hands wilt. The settlement may pour their inspiration into inspired clothing. Now, two things. First of all, kind of doing a retcon thing here due to the hand settlement event and the order I'm doing stuff. So I will say right now that all flower resources have perish. Perishable is a rule written in here that says, we can look at it. Cannot be added to settlement storage. At the end of the settlement phase, it is lost. Archive it. In order for perishable resources to last more than one lantern year, they must be carried out of the settlement in a satchel. So it's still the same lantern year, thankfully. We didn't lose our flower resources. So right now, we get an opportunity to spend the flower resources as soon as I get back to sense memory. So, we're going to pour our inspirations into inspired crafting. We can make a Vespertine satchel, a foil, a cello. Always was curious why we call it a cello and not a cello. But anyway, the Vespertine arrow and the Vespertine bow. Now, if you make a Vespertine bow, a renegade seed escapes into the crack between two stone faces. Add necrotoxic mistletoe to the timeline 4 years from now. If we had pottery, we could unlock these two things as well, but we don't, so I'm not going to read them. And once per campaign, if we have Sculpture and Song of the Brave, we don't have Sculpture, we could perform Ballad of the Wallflower. I won't read that either. So what we have is 5 items we can make with our flower resources. We're going to look at them all now. I'd be curious to get other people's opinions on these, but first we have our prize that I do want, the Vespertine bow. 5 range, 3 dice, 6 up to hit, 6 to wound, deadly, crits on 9s. Before each attack, you may choose for Vespertine bow to have slow, so 1 dice, plus 4 accuracy, and range 9 instead of 5 for that attack. Pretty damn powerful. Other than the bow, we can make the Vespertine arrow. It is ammo, deadly 4, hits on 6s, 2 dice, 2 chances, which is important. You archive it after use. If your attack misses, you place a flower patch terrain tile adjacent to the monster. That's kind of whatever, since flowers only last 1 round, but 2 chances with deadly 4. If you have a character with luck, this has a high... It's kind of like a founding stone. You have to hit with it, but you have 2 chances. If you get up the monster's butt, you can hit on 5s, which is pretty good, and you basically founding stone them if you have a high luck character. So Deadly 4 means 9, 8, 7, 6. These things crit on the 6. So if you had like a 3 luck character, that's 3. My Palutena build, if I make it again, she would crit on 3s. So the arrow is kind of nice. I'll put these here. So the other thing we can make is a cello. At the start of the showdown, all other survivors with an instrument in their gear grid gain 1 luck token. Now it says all other survivors with an instrument in their gear grid, so the cello doesn't work on the character holding it. We don't have any other instruments. I might make it just so we have it, because it's kind of cool, but It's not that great. Next is the satchel. You may depart with one resource card. If that resource is perishable, it is not destroyed. It's kind of whatever. Satchel is a way to preserve your flower resources for future years. It's good if you're playing the flower campaign. Kind of shit here. Now, it does raise the question. I actually thought you could depart with resources. I think there was an episode, it was either with my friend's campaign, but I think it was in the solo campaign here, that I departed with a dried acanthus. Not dried, a fresh acanthus. If I did that, I think I was cheating. Reading this card, it suggests that you cannot depart with any resources. So, at the very least, I learned something new looking at this, but the satchel's kind of crap. And the final item we can make is the Vespertine foil. 4 dice, 5 up the hit, only 1 strength. At the beginning of each settlement phase, archive this unless you spend 1 flower resource. If you have a red and a blue attached to it, it gains Deadly 2. 4 dice that have Deadly 2 is kind of cool. That hits on 5s. It's like a better tooth than Fist and Tooth. By far. It's not that powerful, but if you have Deadly 2, you're going for a luck build to crit. The fact that you have to spend a flower resource or you lose this, it's utter garbage. That line of text makes this item complete garbage. In my opinion, it's not even worth considering buying or crafting the foil. It's not even worth it. I feel like they need to change that. If this item is to be any good, you would have to seriously consider changing that. It's a fine restriction to have, but it's the kind of restriction that makes the item garbage. Alright, so we want to make a Vespertine bow. And then I probably just want to spend the rest of this on arrows, honestly, so we can get some like founding stone shots off. So let's bring our cards over here. This might get a little messy. But we have a Lantern Bloom, a Lantern Bud, Osseous Bloom number 2, a Warbling Bloom, Sighing Bloom, Warbling Bloom number 2, and Sighing Bloom, and a third Osseous Bloom. So this is what we have. To make the bow, we need an Osseous, a Sighing, 1 organ, and 1 hide. So we'll use the Osseous, we'll use the Sighing. We have plenty of organs to use. We'll use the small hand parasites finally. And it says 1 hide. I don't really want to use that though. We can use a Warbling Bloom for it. Not both of them, just one of them. So we're using these 2, a Warbling Bloom. Get out of there. Osseous, Sighing, Warbling for the hide, and small hand parasites for the organ. I will make us a Vespertine bow. So we have one of these. With that, we add 4 years from now, this is year 11, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in year 15, we get the Necrotoxic Mistletoe event. This is a hugely bad event. It is a bad event. I hope you have survivors to sacrifice for this bow. On the bright side, you only add it once. So if I want to make another Vespertine bow, which I think I do, I can. Now the other thing I do want to make is a Vespertine cello, which costs the Lantern Bud and 2 flowers. We have the Lantern Bud. We can use the Lantern Bloom, which just is used for the satchel. And we can... I'm looking at this to gain 3 endeavors. I could get my endeavors back with the bud. And then we just have to fight the Flower Knight again, which I don't mind grinding off the Flower Knight a few times, but no, I won't do that. So the Lantern Bud, the Lantern Bloom, and an Osseous Bloom, that can make us the cello. That leaves us with this many flower resources left. Sighing Bloom and Osseous Bloom. This counts as a hide, so I'm not going to make any Vespertine arrows. They're not necessary. We need one more organ, which I guess I'll make it the Milky Eye. So get rid of the Milky Eye. We will get rid of the Sighing Bloom, the Osseous Bloom, the Warbling Bloom. We'll make a second bow. We're also going to make that cello, just in case I get more musical instruments in the future. So that'll be our flower resources spent. And you may as well spend them all since they all perish. So cool. That's sense memory. That's still going on for the rest of the settlement phase, but we don't need it open anymore. So we have 2 bows now and a cello. Yep. Hopefully I can put those to good use, especially since the sacrifice for them is pretty high. Try to make as many bows as you can in like one go. Next thing I want to do is innovate, of course. We're still looking for ammonia. So 1 hide, 1 bone, 1 organ. We will use... What happened to like all my organs? Didn't I have a ton? We'll use the stout kidney. I guess I've just been starting to use up my organs. Alright. We can choose sculpture. We can choose face painting. We can choose shadow dancing. And we can choose Clan of Death. Alright. Since I didn't get ammonia, I think I'm going to fight the Gorm again next. Just going over my immediate plans. And then I might fight a level 2 tiger. Because we still have the hunt for this year. The Regal Visit was just a bonus fight. So I might fight the Gorm to get rid of the Gorm Weather, but I might fight a level 2 tiger with the 3+ understanding character in the party so that we can get fucking ammonia. There'll be a decent chance to get ammonia. There's not that many tiger events. It's not like guaranteed to happen, but if it happened, that would be really awesome. Because I can't make leather without ammonia, man. Anyway, let me reset my camera. It's getting stuck. So, sculpture. Survival limit goes up. Silhouettes of sculptures cast strange, comforting shadows on the outskirts of your settlement. Departing survivors gain 2 survival when they depart for a Nemesis encounter. Add sculpture consequences. Face painting. We can spend an endeavor to get battle paint. Either put it on poorly or put it on well. We could also spend an endeavor for Founder's Eyes. Nothing happens 1 to 3, or gain +1 to any rolls on the intimacy story event this settlement phase. That's not that great. Shadow dancing. You may only endeavor here if a survivor died during the last hunt or showdown. Final dance. Once per year, roll 1d10. You dance with your shadow, gain 3 insanity and random fighting art, or 6 up. The shadows are in your mind. You realize how easy it is to dupe someone and gain the sneak attack fighting art. Sneak attack is a good fighting art. Clan of Death. The enduring strength of your clan passes through generations. All newborn survivors gain 1 evasion, 1 strength, 1 accuracy. Hi. Welcome to my innovation track. Let's just make our kids stronger. I still would have preferred ammonia over this. Okay. With that done, let's use up this love juice. We will have who do we have here? Let's do a new lineage. We still have Samus, so I'll take Samus again, but she's gonna hook up with somebody else. So instead of Captain Falcon, we're gonna have Samus hook up. Well, it's either Captain Falcon or Donkey Kong, so I guess we'll just stick with Falcon. Stick with Falcon. We'll do the white dice for Samus and the black dice for Falcon. Not that it matters, it's just rolling 2 dice and picking the highest because we love our children and protect the young. We get a 6. I think that's just a single healthy kid. Definitely need to repopulate. Settlement gains +1 population. Oh, you know what? I can tell how much population we have if I pay attention to this shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. There's an easy way. I don't have to reference the old video. So we're actually at 12 population, and now we're at 13 population. So, yeah, 6 new survivors born in the world, gain 1 population. So we have a new kid. Boy or girl? Evens or odds? Evens for boy, odd for girl. Evens for boy. We get a new boy. And will you take the Falcon name or the Aaron name? Odd. You will take the Aaron name. So, who? I'm not too privy to F-Zero for like a first name. I think I'll try to start doing new franchises with some of my characters so we can expand a bit. So for this, I'll dig into Golden Sun because I like Golden Sun, and we'll create Isaac, Aaron. So I'll keep the last names, but we'll dig into the family lines. So Isaac, because we have the family thing, not weapon, sword. He gains sword proficiency right off the bat, although he won't gain any levels towards sword proficiency due to family. Yeah, half of 1 rounded down would be 0. He does, however, gain an accuracy, a strength, and an evasion. That's awesome. So, welcome to our world. We do have... the survival limit disappeared, but it was 7. What happened to these letters? Like, why did they get messed up? You gonna chill out? Survival limit is 7, if I recall correctly. And yeah, welcome to the world. 2 first-geners made you, so you're technically 2nd generation. Falcon, Samus. And who else was a kid of Falcon and Samus? It was Ridley, right? This guy's 3rd gen? Yeah, he is. Ridley Falcon. And then Metroid Falcon. You guys have a new sibling. So you are the older sister to Isaac. I'll copy paste that. The other one is an older sister to Isaac. I don't have to do all this stuff. Oh man, didn't copy paste. I don't have to do this, but it's fun to do this part. The lore. Older sister to Isaac. And I suppose I will decapitalize that. And then you don't need the space there. Okay. You are the younger brother to Ridley and Metroid. But he's taken the other family name. He's an Aaron. Okay. So welcome, Isaac. I wish I had more endeavors for more intimacy events. I would like to increase my population, especially before necrotoxic mistletoe occurs. But with that, yeah, we might bring him along. Get the new guy in. With that, I will say thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the hand battle. I was pretty, I wasn't as into it or anything because I think the fight sucks. Like, the concept is cool, the character is cool, the fight is poorly done, and it's really kind of boring. I don't know, that's just me. I'm interested in what you guys think. How do you guys feel about the hand battle? Maybe if we face him again, not his level 2, but maybe I'll be crazy and we'll go for this for his level 3 one. Although that's nearly impossible. 30 toughness, you gotta crit to get through that. Alright, other than that, what I'm going to do now is set up whatever hunt we're going to do. I think we're going to do... I want to try the Dung Beetle Knight, I really do, but I think we're going to grind the White Lion because I really want ammonia, like, desperately really want ammonia. You know what? Real quick, let me look at the Dung Beetle's rewards for death, because I don't know what he gives you. If he gives you a ton of basic resources, maybe I'll just fight the Dung Beetle. Rewards, 6 basic resources, 4 Dung Beetle Knight resources, so he has his own stuff, and then Caustic Preserved Dung. Wow, he gives you a lot of stuff for a level 2. Is he dangerous at level 2? Maybe I'll fight a level 1 Dung Beetle first. Well, let me look at my years, because we're getting close to the Watcher. I need to make sure I can actually beat Mr. Final Boss, because it would suck to lose the game at the Watcher and then either A, have to start over with our first lost settlement, or B, not being able to get into just showing off the rest of the stuff and messing around, trying to beat level 3 monsters and whatnot. If I did... See, I want to do the lion... Uninvited guests, I think, unlocks a new thing. So if I did a lion in the hopes of ammonia, Gorm to get rid of Gorm Weather. Maybe I should just do Gorm first. Gorm, because then if I get ammonia on the innovation step, if I'm not fucked out of endeavors, again, we could skip the lion, do Dung Beetle, and then we could do the uninvited guest, whoever that unlocks. Which I forget. I think that's Spidicules. Uninvited guest. No, that's Young Rivals. Uninvited guest. The Lion Knight. Right, the Knight's gonna be the next one. So we could do Gorm, get rid of weather. Hope I get ammonia. Dung Beetle, and then Lion Knight. Then we'll have all the Knights under our belt. And we'll be caught up on new hunts to show off. And it's still only, it's the mid-years, Oh wait, we have to fight the hand here. The Silver City is also the Lion God unlocking. So if I did Gorm, we're on year 11. I can do Gorm. Year 12, we just get a principal. So year 12, I can do Dung Beetle. I believe. The sense memory we can delete because we did the sense memory. So yeah, as the Hooded Knight's happening, people might die. Worm Virus is happening. Palutena's the guest there. I know what happens on this event. It's not that big a deal. It's kind of interesting. And then Gorm Climate happens again. So yeah, I think I might fight the Gorm. And then we can fight the Dung Beetle. Then we have to fight Nemesis. Then we can fight the Lion Knight. We can fight the Lion God as I unlock them. Then we can fight, we have to do another Nemesis encounter, which will probably be a level 2 Butcher or Lonely Tree, unless one of these things unlocks as a Nemesis. And we'll just keep going as best as I can. I really hope I can get some armor. Oh, at the rate I'm going, I don't know if I can get armor unless I start grinding. But I'm not going to do a hard grind. We'll just do the best that we can. So thanks for listening to me ramble. I'll figure out what we're doing off screen. You guys have a good one. And if you're in your own campaigns, may the hand take it easy on you. Farewell, everyone.